Hey, my name is Salvador. I'm a 16-year-old entrepreneur. I do email marketing and AI automation. Over the past year, I built a bunch of AI automations and email marketing systems for clients. Now, I help businesses generate qualified leads through performance-based email marketing campaigns. In this video, I'm going to talk about my whole process, my offer, and how I generate those leads. So there are five main parts to what I do. My offer and the amount of volume that I send, and then understanding my client's business and their ICP, lead sourcing and verification for the email and the lead lists, email copy and the personalization that I do, and then the technology setup and the campaign launch delivery and the reporting that I do for clients. And then after that, I'll go over the pricing. So my offer is that I help companies book more qualified meetings through email marketing, and the amount of volume that I send is around 19,800 emails a month, which reaches around 6,600 leads. So how I send that many cold emails, on average, I'll have around 15 domains, and under each domain, there's 30 email inboxes. And then from 30 email inboxes, each email inbox, you can send 30 emails a day. So 30 times 30, 900. And then out of a normal month with no holidays, there's 22 sending days times 900. And then that's how we get the number of 19,800 emails sent, which divided by 3, because when I do email marketing, I like to do a 3-part campaign. So the first email, a follow-up, and then the last email, that comes out to be around 6,600 leads you're reaching a month. With sending that amount, there's a technology fee of around $600. I'll get into that more later, but I actually don't make my money off of charging that $600. That's just for the technology. If you were to go do it yourself, it'd be the same price. I make money because I charge per interested customer. So that dollar amount might be anywhere between 20 and $250 plus. So when I work with a company, all they have to give me, and then also the ICP, and finally, just any branding or email sending guidelines that I would need to follow. So when it comes to actually getting these leads, I'll start off in Apollo, finding the ICP, and then take that URL and the lead list and export them through Ample Leads. The other ways that I get leads is by scraping events, LinkedIn, and using agentic AI. So when it comes to actually filtering and verifying these leads, I'll start off just in Google Sheets with a lead list, filter everything, and then I create a workflow that has AI go into each website and then analyze it and make sure it equals the ICP. And then after that, with that list, I'll just use a tool like Million Verifier to make sure everything looks good. So when it comes to actually creating and writing the email copy, I usually start with looking at a bunch of email copy that I've used in the past that have worked for other clients. And then along with that, I'll consult with people in the email marketing space and my mentors to help create the best copy. And even when I send out campaigns, I usually do 3 A, B, and C tests. So that way we have the biggest variety of email copy going out, and we can see what works and what doesn't work and then improve it from there. Along with that, I always have a personalization line at the top of the email. And what that does, I write it with AI, an AI automation. What that does, it builds more trust, and it makes it look like you wrote it personally, and it makes it look like you did research into their company. And I've seen that skyrocket response rates. So to do that, I use an automation just like this. It starts in Google Sheets, it gets all the websites, and then from there, the AI scrapes all the website pages, and then that it's summarized, and then that's fed into another AI that has the prompt of what the personalization should be like the outline for it, and it creates the personalization in this AI block right here, and then it goes to Google Sheets here. So this is what my tech stack looks like. I have Namecheap for the 15 domains, and then in Zapmail, I have the 30 email inboxes. I do all my sending with Instantly. Apollo and Ample Leads are for scraping and getting all the leads. Million Verifier is to verify all of them. And N8N is for all the automation stuff. Finally, for sending and for all the reporting, we're here in Instantly. I just add a new campaign, add a name to whatever my client's campaign is, upload the lead lists, put the sequence, and then I'll add 3 A/B tests for each client. I like to do an A test, a B test, and a C test to optimize it and then define which one works. And then when it comes to the reporting, every week or every 2 weeks, whichever one the client would like, I would send them an email with everything we sent, how everything went, and if we're making any changes and what changes we're making. And then the schedule, we don't send on holidays or weekends. And then here we add all the email inboxes and all of the settings. Then we just hit launch, and the campaign's live. From here, whenever leads come in, the clients will have access to this dashboard, or all the leads can be automatically forwarded to the client's email inbox, and then they could reply from there. Okay, so now I want to go over pricing in a little bit more detail. First, in Namecheap, 15 domains for $15 each is 225 instantly. The sending platform is around 100, Zapmail around 100, and then Apollo is free, but to get the leads out, it's around $60 a month with ample leads. And then to verify them, Million Verifier, $40 a month, and then $20 a month for all the automation. And then since I'm in Texas, it's a 6.25% tax. And then that comes out to around $565 plus tax. And in the end, it's $600.31. But that's for the first month. Once you have all the domains, you're going to have them for a while. Eventually, you need to get new ones because in email marketing, the domains get blacklisted and run out. But we have tracking to make sure to know when to switch the domains. But yeah, after the first month, your second month would be $361. That is including tax. Again, so that is just to cover the tech. I don't make my money off that $600 you give me. I would only make my money off of the amount of interested leads I would get you. That means depending on your average deal size, the price for an interested lead would be anywhere from $20 to $250. But I always work that out on the call with the client. So that's it on my processes and all my workflow on everything that I do. If you're a potential client watching this, down below in the description, there'll be a Calendly link. And if you have any questions, you can just email me. Other than that, thank you and have a good day.